Hey guys, so on Friday I saw Space Fights Chapter 7, The Force Wakes Up, and wow! It was pretty great. This review is spoiler free, by the way. If you've watched all the trailers, I won't reveal anything you don't know. And if you want to go in blind, just go see it. It's great. And also, why are you watching this? And if you've already seen the film and want me to talk about spoilers, that's coming in the near future. So, Star Wars, right? It's been 30 years since Return of the Jedi, and everyone's old! Except for the people that aren't. Speaking of not old people, let's talk about the new characters, and they're all pretty great. Our main protagonist is Rey, played by Daisy Ridley. This is actually Ridley's first feature film. I'm assuming that she's previously done a lot of theater because her face was extremely animated. Rey is probably my favorite character. She's from Jakku, which is a new planet, and she's a scavenger. She hangs out in a crashed Star Destroyer and looks for parts to sell so she can, eat. I can't really go into any more detail without giving her away, but she goes on quite the adventure, and it's badass. Up next we have Finn, played by Boyega, and he's a rogue stormtrooper that ends up fighting for the Resistance. He is in a constant state of confusion and panic, and again, I can't give too much away, but when the shit hits the fan, you really believe it. He does a great job of conveying genuine panic, which, it's good that he can do that, because that's his character. Panics. Then we have BB-8, played by BB-8. I was worried she'd be like a silly comic relief character, and while that is a purpose she serves, having some funny moments without even speaking words, she's incredibly important to the story, so good job, JJ. You made me care about a ball. And then we got Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron. He is extremely likable right off the bat. And they use the show don't tell rule a lot on him, which is great. It's mentioned earlier that he's the best pilot in the Resistance, and then we're like, alright, can we see that? And then we do! I just wish we saw more of him, I feel his character was a little sidelined, and I want to know more about him. Finally, we have Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. Fuck Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's basically a Darth Vader fanboy. He has a Darth Vader's helmet, probably sleeps in Darth Vader pajamas, and his ringtone is definitely the Imperial March. As seen in the final trailer, Kylo takes off his mask at some points, and if you look at Adam Driver, he's just some dude. No makeup, no scars, no nothing. It's just a dude. And that may take away from the character a little bit, but in my opinion, it adds to it. Not all bad guys have to be mangled and distorted. Sometimes they're just dudes. And that may mean that he's gonna have to work a little harder to be taken seriously as a villain, but by the end of the film, trust me, you're gonna be wanting to punch this little shit's face in. Speaking of faces, all the new faces are extremely likable and deliver great performances. And if anything, the returning older cast are the ones taking the back seat. Harrison Ford is great as Han, and Carrie Fisher is great as Leia, don't get me wrong, but they have this one particular scene together where their dialogue's a little hard to take seriously. The presentation's also really great. Gone are the days of Star Wars films with these low-saturation, dull and boring messes. The colors and environments are great and vibrant, and even the scenes in the desert were more colorful than most shit from Attack of the Clones. And the action was crisp and clear too. And the cinematography is great, and even when there's a lot going on, you never feel like you don't know what's happening. The lightsabers look awesome, and I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say that there will be a lightsaber fight in the film, and just let me say, it's amazing. It's not super way over choreographed like in the prequels, but it's not two old, confused guys poking sticks like in A New Hope. It's kind of a happy medium. It's exhilarating, but believable. Star Wars, believable. The only large-ish problem that I have with the film is that it borrows a little too heavily from A New Hope. Some of the similarities between the two films are a little ridiculous, but for the most part they seem self-aware, and this is all far outweighed by how much fun the movie is. It's a blast. This film gets a 9.5 out of 10. Good job, JJ. You made me excited about Star Wars again.